Lana here. Today's energy is strong, and the messages coming through are too important to ignore. They cannot hide it anymore. The way they look at you, the way they go quiet when your name comes up, the way their energy shifts when you walk into the room, it's becoming obvious. And now their friends see everything. The teasing has turned into pressure. The jokes have turned into serious talks. Someone close to them keeps saying, "Stop being scared. Just tell them how you feel." This younger person is reaching a breaking point. This is not a small crush. This is not something light. Their feelings have been growing quietly, and now the silence is becoming too heavy to carry. If you've been feeling tension, awkwardness, or sudden bold energy from them, there is a reason. Something is building behind the scenes. This is a timeless reading, so whenever you find this message, that is when it is meant for you. Only take what resonates with you. The three cards that came out are the Page of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands. The Page of Cups shows their soft heart and emotional vulnerability. The Three of Pentacles shows friends involved, conversations happening, and outside influence pushing them forward. The Knight of Wands shows passion rising, courage building, and the urge to finally take action without overthinking. Their friends are not letting this go. They are encouraging, pushing, even challenging them to step up. And this younger person is feeling the heat. Their heart wants to speak. Their pride is nervous. Their mind is racing. Stay with me, because in this reading we are going to uncover what they truly feel for you, what fear is stopping them, and whether this pressure will finally make them confess. When we look at all three cards together, the Page of Cups, the Three of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands, we are seeing a full emotional journey unfolding right in front of us. This is not random attraction. This is not shallow interest. This is a story of feelings growing quietly, pressure building around those feelings, and then fire rising that cannot be ignored anymore. It begins with the Page of Cups. That is the heart. That is where everything started. Their feelings for you were soft at first, gentle, almost innocent. They may not have even realized how deep it was becoming. It felt sweet. It felt exciting. It felt like a secret they could hold safely inside. They replayed moments with you in their mind. Small interactions meant more to them than they ever admitted. A smile from you stayed with them all day. A simple conversation felt special. But the Page of Cups is shy, sensitive, afraid of rejection. So instead of speaking, they kept quiet. Instead of confessing, they hoped you would somehow just feel it. Their emotions were real, but their courage was small. They didn't want to lose what they already had with you by risking too much. Then the Three of Pentacles enters the picture. And this is where the silence starts to crack. Their friends see it. They notice the way this younger person lights up when you are around. They notice the nervous energy, the way your name changes their mood. And once their friends start talking about it, everything shifts. Now it's no longer just a private crush. It's out in the open within their circle. Their friends tease them, encourage them, question them. Why haven't you told them yet? What are you waiting for? It's obvious you like them. These words hit deeply, because even if they tried to ignore their feelings before, now they can't. The outside pressure is acting like a mirror, forcing them to face their own heart. The Three of Pentacles shows something important. This pressure is not meant to harm them. It is pushing them to grow. Their friends might even believe in this connection. They might see potential between you two. So their encouragement carries both excitement and challenge. It builds confidence slowly, brick by brick. And then comes the Knight of Wands. This is the turning point. This is where emotion and pressure combine into action. The Knight of Wands does not sit still. This energy is bold, passionate, intense. The longer they hold back, the more restless they become. The more their friends push, the more their pride gets involved. They don't want to look afraid anymore. They don't want to be the one who never tries. Inside them, there is a fire building, attraction, desire, curiosity about what could happen if they finally spoke. They start imagining bold moves, dramatic confessions, honest conversations. Their heart begins racing not just with fear, but with excitement. When you combine these three cards, you see a clear progression. First, soft feelings. Then outside influence. Then rising courage. This younger person is moving from emotional innocence to emotional bravery, and it's happening faster now. There is something beautiful about this combination. The Page of Cups keeps their intentions pure. The Three of Pentacles shows they are not alone in this. They have support. And the Knight of Wands shows that passion is stronger than fear. Together, these cards tell us that silence is becoming impossible. You may start noticing the shift. They may look at you differently. Their energy may feel more direct. They might go from shy to suddenly confident. That's because all three energies are blending inside them. Their soft heart is still there. Their nervousness is still there. But now it is fueled by fire. There is also emotional tension here. Because with pressure and passion combined, things can move quickly. They might not confess in a calm, perfect way. It could be spontaneous. It could be intense. It could surprise you. But it will come from a real place. This is someone who cares deeply but needed a push to step into their courage. Without their friends, they might have stayed quiet longer. Without their feelings, there would be no fire. Without the fire, there would be no action. But now all three energies are working together. The combined message of these cards is simple but powerful. Their feelings are real, the pressure is real, and the action is coming closer. They are standing at the edge between fear and bravery. And bravery is starting to win. This is the moment before everything changes. The Knight of Wands changes everything in this situation. This is no longer soft, shy emotion. This is fire. This is movement. This is the moment when feelings can no longer sit quietly in the heart. The pressure from their friends combined with their growing attraction toward you is creating heat inside them. And the Knight of Wands does not stay still for long. This younger person is starting to feel restless. The more their friends push them, the more they feel like they have something to prove. The Knight of Wands carries bold, passionate energy. It is the energy of someone who suddenly wakes up one day and says, "Enough. I'm just going to do it." Even if they are scared, even if they are unsure, the desire to act becomes stronger than the fear. There is intense physical and emotional attraction here. This card shows that their feelings are not just sweet and innocent. They are passionate. They feel drawn to you in a way that excites them. Your presence energizes them. When they think about you, their heart races. And that kind of energy builds pressure from the inside. The Knight of Wands also shows impulsive behavior. This younger person may go from shy and quiet to suddenly bold and confident. You might notice unpredictable shifts. One day they seem distant. The next day they are flirting heavily or sending daring messages. That is this fiery energy trying to break free. What makes this stronger is the influence of their friends. The Knight of Wands does not like being challenged. So when their friends question their courage, when they tease them for not speaking up, it lights a spark. It triggers pride. They don't want to look weak. They don't want to be seen as someone who is too scared to go after what they want. So this pressure is pushing them toward action faster than they expected. This card also shows urgency. They may start feeling like time is running out. They might worry that if they wait too long, someone else could step in. That fear creates a rush inside them. The Knight of Wands acts quickly, sometimes without thinking about long-term consequences. So there could be a sudden confession, a bold invitation, or a spontaneous emotional outburst. However, this energy can feel intense and overwhelming. They might struggle with controlling their impulses. One moment they plan to calmly express their feelings. The next moment they feel like just blurting everything out. Their heart is burning with desire to take action. The Knight of Wands is also about confidence growing through action. Even if they don't feel fully ready, they are realizing that waiting is becoming more uncomfortable than speaking up. The fire inside them is stronger than their hesitation. And once this knight decides to move, they move fast. There is excitement in this energy. They imagine dramatic moments. They imagine surprising you. They imagine finally seeing your reaction. This card carries bravery mixed with nervous adrenaline. It's like standing on the edge of something thrilling but scary. In this topic, the Knight of Wands tells us that this situation is reaching a turning point. The emotional softness of the Page of Cups and the outside pressure of the Three of Pentacles have built up to this fiery momentum. Now action is on the horizon. The Three of Pentacles in this situation shifts the energy from private emotions to outside influence. This is no longer just about what they feel in their heart. This is about what is happening around them. Conversations are taking place. Observations are being made. People are noticing the way they act when you are mentioned. This card shows that their feelings for you are not a secret anymore, at least not to their close circle. The Three of Pentacles is the card of teamwork, collaboration, and shared effort. In this topic, it represents their friends stepping in. I see them sitting together, maybe laughing at first, maybe teasing. But underneath that teasing is encouragement. Their friends are saying, "We can see it. You like them. So what are you waiting for?" This card tells me the pressure is real and it is consistent. Their friends are not just joking once and letting it go. This is ongoing. They bring your name up. They ask for updates. They question why nothing has happened yet. And every time that happens, this younger person feels exposed. They feel seen. The Three of Pentacles shows that their environment is actively pushing them toward action. What's interesting about this card is that it also speaks about growth. The Three of Pentacles is about building something step by step. So even though this pressure might feel uncomfortable for them, it is helping them mature emotionally. It is teaching them that love sometimes requires bravery. It requires stepping out of comfort zones. There is also a sense that their friends actually support this connection. This is not negative influence. This is not friends trying to stop them. If anything, their friends believe they should go for it. They may even see compatibility between you two. They may say things like, "You two would be good together," or "They seem interested too." That kind of talk builds both hope and anxiety inside them. The Three of Pentacles also shows that this younger person values the opinions of their friends. They care about what their circle thinks. So when multiple people point out their feelings, it becomes harder for them to ignore it. It's like the universe is using their social circle as a mirror. They can't deny what everyone else clearly sees. There may even be moments where their friends try to create opportunities, inviting you to group settings, encouraging conversations, creating situations where you two can interact more. This card shows subtle planning happening in the background, not in a manipulative way, but in a supportive, almost playful way. At the same time, this card shows inner conflict, because while their friends are pushing, this younger person still has fear. The pressure can make them feel rushed. They may worry about embarrassing themselves not only in front of you, but also in front of their friends if things don't go as expected. The Three of Pentacles brings attention to performance energy, feeling like others are watching the outcome. But there is something powerful here. This card shows that they are not alone in this situation. They have people rooting for them, people encouraging them to be honest. That kind of support slowly builds courage. Every conversation, every joke, every nudge is adding bricks to the foundation of their confidence. The Three of Pentacles also suggests that timing is being constructed. This isn't random chaos. There is a build-up happening. Step by step, they are moving closer to a moment where staying silent will feel impossible. The more their friends talk, the more they think about you. The more they think about you, the stronger their emotions grow. The Page of Cups in this situation speaks so loudly about their emotional state. This younger person is not playing games with their heart, even if their actions sometimes look confusing. Their feelings for you are real, soft, and surprisingly deep. The Page of Cups is the energy of someone who feels more than they know how to express. It's that nervous smile. It's that awkward pause. It's typing a message and deleting it 5 times before sending something simple. This card tells me their emotions started innocently. Maybe they didn't expect to fall for you. Maybe it began as admiration or curiosity. But over time, it became something tender, something meaningful. The Page of Cups is not a hardened heart. This is someone who feels almost shy about how much they care. They may act immature sometimes, but emotionally they are very sensitive when it comes to you. What makes this stronger in your situation is the pressure from their friends. The Page of Cups does not like confrontation. They don't like feeling exposed. So when their friends tease them or push them to confess, it makes them blush. It makes them nervous, but it also makes their feelings more real. It forces them to face what they've been trying to quietly hold inside. This person thinks about emotional scenarios with you. They imagine sweet conversations. They imagine you responding positively. They even imagine what it would feel like to finally say the words. But at the same time, they fear rejection deeply. The Page of Cups is afraid of looking foolish. They don't want their soft heart to be laughed at or dismissed. There is also a dreamlike quality here. This younger person may idealize you. They may see you as someone special, almost out of their league. They replay small interactions in their head. A compliment from you stays with them longer than you realize. A simple smile from you can change their entire day. That's how sensitive this energy is. Emotionally, they are at the beginning of something. This is not someone who is experienced with confessing deep feelings confidently. They are learning. They are discovering what love feels like. And because of that, everything feels intense to them. Even small pressure from friends feels overwhelming, but it also pushes them to grow. The Page of Cups also shows that their intentions are pure. There is no manipulation here, no hidden agenda. Their heart is open, even if their mouth is closed. They don't want to lose the connection they have with you. Sometimes they stay silent because they fear that speaking up might change things or create distance. To them, keeping you in their life quietly feels safer than risking everything. But here is the emotional shift. The more their friends push them, the more they are realizing that silence is becoming painful. The Page of Cups can only hold feelings in for so long before they start overflowing. You may notice small hints. More compliments. Longer eye contact. Random emotional messages at odd times. These are signs of someone trying to test the waters. There is also vulnerability here that they don't show openly. At night, they overthink. They question whether you could ever feel the same. They wonder if they are too young, too inexperienced, or not enough for you. This card carries insecurity mixed with deep affection. They care more than they admit. And even though this is youthful energy, do not mistake it for something shallow. The Page of Cups feels from the heart, not from ego. Their feelings are not about proving something. It's about wanting emotional closeness, wanting sweetness, wanting a genuine connection.